Hey there, I wanted to make a quick screencast showcasing the features of Cami. I've always known it as an annotation app, so kind of annotating over top of PDFs. But as I've done some research around it, I've seen a lot more application uses that I wanted to showcase today. So I'm going to go ahead and pop over to Newsela, and I'm going to print one of their articles. I'll go ahead and include the quiz because there's some really great things we can do with student annotation in Cami as well. And you'll see that as I click that print button, it's asking me what I like to open it in Cami. So Cami, you would kind of think of it as like a PDF reader that has some other features. It opens up PDFs, Words, PowerPoints, and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this article from Newsela open in Cami, and then you'll see the toolbar appear. And the basic free version has many of the basic annotation tools. So you can highlight, you can do some comments, you can create text boxes. There's also a really cool dictionary, so the students can get a dictionary definition of words that they're not sure of. It also gives us text to speech, and one feature in the paid version that is really awesome is the ability to take a PDF, for example, a screenshot, a PDF online, and turn it into using the OCR plugin. It turns it into a PDF that has text embedded in it, so then you can use this text-to-speech feature. So the text-to-speech feature is great because if we're having them
predicting the weather with technology image,
there's a speed, so the student can make it go faster or slower based on their processing speed. So that's a really great feature. Again, some annotation and markup tools. What I find really powerful in Canvas is the types of multiple means of representation we offer the students and teachers. So we can do dictation, annotation, collaboration. We can do audio, which means that I can give audio directions to the students. I can even give them a video comment. So for example, if I wanted students to just do something here, I can click, oh, this one I clicked audio, sorry. But so here is the, hey, boys and girls, I want you to read this article slowly. We're going to talk about it in class. And then what that does is that leaves that audio comment in my lesson for the students to access later on. So I can give prompts, I can give directions, I can ask guiding questions, I can ask them to annotate so then they can take their text box and they can annotate something here. They can reflect. So they can type right onto the screen. Another text feature is the equation. So, and then I can tell it to always save to my drive. There's an equation feature in here, so we can add symbols if we're teaching a math lesson. There are some drawing tools, so we can have them draw or annotate over top of the activity. They can do shapes and lines. So I might give them an audio or video direction to read until you see the red line. And then I can come down here, insert line, make it red. If I click shift, it makes it a nice straight line. So I can then stop here and say, you know, maybe I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to give a video comment. Oops, I did a screen capture, sorry. Video comment right here. I had to stop my audio, sorry. And then it pops up a little video window for me to give those directions. So face-to-face conversation, boys and girls, we stopped right here. I want you to highlight 3 things that you just read that were new information to you. And then again, that becomes something that tracks throughout the process of my document. So what this means is I can kind of go through beforehand and create a content package. Now, we're looking at next year possibly rolling out different hybrids of students in class versus not in class. So this would really be a great method for that asynchronous learning. And if you do happen to have that group of kids, great. You don't play the video, you just instead have that discussion. But this would be a really powerful way of having that discussion, whether students are in class or not in class, because you can track it with text. You can have those comments, you can have those videos. You can record yourself while you're teaching that lesson on Monday, push that out for those students that are home on Tuesday to access it. So some really great features there. There's the text editor. This might also be a great way to integrate that learn, do, connect thing. So I can then, type on here, this is our learn piece. And then the students know that this is that piece that I'm talking about when I say learn. And then when I come down here to the questions, I can then label this part as this is our do. Text box. And so if I have those standard naming conventions, I can add those right into this document so that those students are getting that same message, which is also cool. And you could do your learn, do, connect with these also is your signature. I uploaded my Bitmoji. Sorry, signature Bitmoji. And so I can actually put a sticker, Bitmoji, thumbs up. This could also be, like I said, a label. I could have one that says learn, one that says do, one that says connect. And then that would make it obvious that that this is where they're going to start. I could do a big giant arrow that says start here. So there's really a lot of great ways to kind of turn this into that asynchronous piece that we might have been looking for. There's ways to include blank pages. The other cool thing about this is that it integrates directly with Schoology and Google Classroom. So right now this automatically saved to my drive. And so now this is my content package. This is my teaching activity that already has my text, my videos, my comments, my annotations built in there. And then I can go to Schoology. And when I go to create an assignment, because I have Kami installed, you can see that I have that option. Kami does need to be installed on student computers also, and the students do need to click a couple of buttons to sync it to their Google Drive just the first time. And so what happens then is that it automatically syncs to their Google Drive, and then these Kami documents that the students are using are also synced to your Google Drive. What that means is that you can check in on them in real time. So you have those kids that you really want to keep an eye on, make sure that they're pacing through the week and that they're getting the support you need. You can open those up in your Google Drive, add comments while they're working on that same exact document. So it really helps with that collaboration piece. You can go in and add video comments to specific students' work to respond to how they're doing so far. And it also, Kami also integrates with Google Classroom in a very similar way. So when you go to create an assignment, it gives you that option to put a Kami assignment out to the students. And so those tools that you get when you're in Kami, the students also have that. So you can tell them, respond to this in any way you want. They can type it out, they can do audio, they can do video, they can use the text feature to annotate answers to these questions. You can ask them to put a shape around. Hey, if there's a question that you don't really know how to answer, put a shape around it so that you can show me that you don't understand. So there are some really great things that we can do with this. And I would love it if this is something that the teachers can have access to, because it really just brings that idea of like a lesson package versus sending out like a file or something for them to read and then they respond somewhere else. They can actually respond directly into their document. They can do video responses, text responses, things like that. And the last piece is that the paid version does come with some PD in the form of webinars. And so that would help us look at that integration piece, whether we're using it for remote, for in-class, or a hybrid of both. So hopefully this helps, and I would love to play with this, explore this with anybody who is interested. So have a great day.